Hello, welcome to the When I Have Spare Time podcast. My name is Frank, and I'll be sitting here talking to you. Apparently, um, it's um, it's just another day. Anyway, I wanted to talk about a few things, and when I talk, it's always bad. No, but Billie Eilish is in the news. The news. She's in the news on my homepage. But anyway, Billie Eilish is an idiot. I've said this before. She's not talented. She's a industry plant to make it seem like she's an indie rocker, but she's just mainstream. She's just a rock star. But they're selling her as a indie, but she's not, because some people are just against like mainstream music, so they're like, well, I like this indie band, but their indie band is bigger than most like bands, so it's not really indie. But anyway, God, was it 3 years ago? Okay, so 3 years ago. Wait, let me start over. What do you remember about Britney Spears? Okay, what do people say about Britney? Like she's not talented. She's a lip syncer. Granted, like it seems like a lot of people lip sync these days. I can name a handful of artists that don't. But anyway, Britney Spears is permanently engraved in people's minds as a sex symbol because her first video, her first like pop video. We're not talking about her Disney stuff. Her first "Hit Me Baby One More Time," she was dressed like a porn star. If you watch porn, there's several porns where they are dressed just like Britney Spears. Britney Spears came out, basically, she was a porn star pretending to be a pop star. Okay? I liked Britney Spears when she first came out in the next couple of albums because she was hot. She knew what she was doing. She was like showing off her body, dancing all sexy, looking at the camera like like she was sucking lollipops, whatever. She was hot. And the residual effect of that is, even though she's done a bunch of crazy stuff, the foundation of Britney Spears is she's a hot chick. She's a sex symbol. You think of sex when you think of Britney Spears because she she's like, I'm gonna make a good first impression. I'm gonna dress like a typical Catholic school girl, porn star thing. Like they. I don't have to explain what a Catholic school girl uniform looks like, but that's one of the most common tropes in porn. Okay, so Britney Spears was smart, and look at Britney Spears now. She really doesn't do anything and makes a ton of money, and every time she puts out an album, it gets played in clubs and stuff because people want to see the music video because you're just thinking way back then. Okay, anyway, now let's move on to Billie Eilish. Billie Eilish purposely was like started off all well because she had to, because she's an indie artist who is a industry plant. So she had to kind of be ugly, I guess, but she is ugly. So about like 3 years ago, there's this picture of Billie Eilish. She's like she dresses like a bad lady. It's like, so like three years ago, there's this picture. I have the picture, but I'm not gonna show it. It's pointless. There's this picture of Billie Eilish. She's like, I forgot what she's doing. But she's like bent over, like having fun. That sounds really weird. Like pushing a cart or something like that. But like you see, her stomach is flat and she has a nice rack. She has like a nice double D's. Okay, like Billie Eilish's body is nice, and it makes up for her face. And Billie Eilish, being a young woman, is probably tired of people like me calling her ugly, and she's like, "Why I should change my image because you know what? I'm not really an indie rocker anymore when I'm on the radio every 5 minutes, So like she finally got to drop that facade, and then she's like trying to be good looking now. But the thing is, when like 3 years ago is when she first should have done this, when she was because that one picture was like, oh, she actually has a body, and she actually looked good. Like her body looked good, and a lot of women don't understand that. It's like you could have the ugliest face on the planet as long as your body's nice. A man will like you. The average man cares about a woman's body, not her face, because you have sex with the person's body usually. That's the most important thing. That's the thing you're laying on. That's the thing you're smacking from the back. Blah 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 blah. So instead of taking that momentum of actually being considered good looking and having a nice body, she just doubled back down on being ugly. And it's like, oh, I'm whatever, gonna wear a burlap sack. Billie Eilish is stupid. So think about this. Britney Spears has this longevity. Do you think in like 10 years people are gonna still like Billie Eilish? Because when they think of Billie Eilish, they think of like, okay, when I think of Billie Eilish, I think of a person who can't sing. She looks like she smells. She has like dog hair. But now she's dyeing it blonde, trying to be hot and sexy. But it's like you have like 4 years of being ugly and trashy. It doesn't work. Like you can't just like, oh, 180, I'm gonna try to look like a woman now. Like, no, Billy, you messed up. You're fucking garbage. Anyway. And so like she says she lost like 100,000 followers on her Instagram. Who cares? But it's because she's like trying to be hot now. Well, it's like all of your fans know you as this one person, and that's why they liked you. It's like you have the I'm an ugly person fan base. You have the I feel sorry for myself fan base. You have the all the world's against me fan base. Well, that's the worst kind of fan base to ever have. And so now that you actually want to have fun and look like a woman and actually be, quote unquote, positive, like actually do what you're supposed to do, like show off your body, which you should have been doing 3, 4 years ago. That's what every other pop star does. I mean, look at K-pop. Look at K-pop. That's like the most successful thing going on right now. Like, follow that as a whatever, like a step by step, like like when Lady Gaga came out, she totally adopted the K-pop, certain K-pop aspects, like giving her fans a fandom name, and like addressing them all the time and going, it's like us versus the world crap, but like it's cheesy, it's corny, but it works. Okay, so anyway, so now it's like Billie Eilish is having a crisis because it's like, you know, it's like she should have been she should have started off at least dressed normal, at least normal. So but that's the record label, and it's her not being and it's also her actually just being ugly, and so she's probably not used to it. But you know, look at Cardi B. Cardi B looks like the bottom of a rock, but she tries, and she shows enough skin to offset her face. Cardi B's face is something nightmares are made of. If you've seen the pictures of Venus, the surface pictures of Venus from that Russian probe, like that's what Cardi B reminds me of. It's just a fancy way of saying she's fucking nasty. Billie Eilish to me is in the same category as Cardi B. It's like there's nothing you can do now to change the opinion of most people. Like it's too late. Like you've been trash for 4 years now. You introduced us to yourself, and for 4 years you wore a burlap sack and hid your double D's, you hid your flat stomach, you hid your feminine stuff. And so a lot of people lost interest. I'm one of them. And the people who gained interest are, fucking incels, the, the Karens, just, just human garbage, basically. People who, like, should be thrown away, human garbage. Billie Eilish looks like garbage. So you can't push this garbage persona and then like, oh, I want to look pretty now. It's like, I'm sorry that the contract ran out from your record label so you can actually do what you want to do now, I guess. I mean, I don't know. Or maybe you should just realize, wow, I'm sick of being called ugly. Like, let me try to like be pretty. And it's like, there's nothing wrong with being good looking. I don't know why we're trying to take away femininity. I can't say the word. Femininity. Like, why are we taking that away? Like, what's wrong with being a woman? Like, I mean, like a real woman, not like the fake LGBTABCMAP I like Japanese girls crap. You know, it's like it's too late. The line of intelligence that Billie Eilish and her handlers have shown is amazing. It just blows my mind. Blows my mind. Blows my mind. And then I saw another story. I'm done with Billie Eilish. Like I can only talk about an ugly person for so long. Apparently in Jerusalem, where they did the research about COVID, because like they are the highest vaccinated place on the planet, I believe, or the second highest vaccinated place on the planet, and they are still having a surge of the super flu. So now Israel is going to do a fourth booster shot. So if you need four booster shots, how can I say this the right way? Okay, the measles. If I needed to get a shot to cure measles, okay, cool. But if I need four shots to cure measles and then I still get measles, that's not a that's not a cure. That's not a vaccine. That's that's just, I guess, more visual theater. Israel is showing us that there's other options out there. If you need a fourth booster shot and people are still, so that means people with three boosters, with like three shots, the fully sheeped out people, the the fully sheeped are still getting sick. That means it doesn't work. That's just common sense. And I want to thank Israel for showing all the blunders, but it's like, if people are still getting sick, don't you think that maybe giving more of your so called cure isn't the answer then? Because it's not curing anything. And then by trying to say that it's an anomaly that people are still getting sick, no, it's not an anomaly, it's not a breakthrough. It's just people are getting sick because guess what? It doesn't work. Because how can something work that hasn't been tested? They literally just like, oh, rushed out something, here you go. And you wonder why people are getting, heart problems. Apparently people are getting impotent. This is affecting the men with the impotent part actually, but like that right there is enough to what's the word? It's not hesitancy, it's just being smart. Why would you, if you're hesitant about taking something that doesn't work, you're stupid. If you don't want to take something that doesn't work, you're smart. Think about it. And then like they're trying to shame people. Hesitant? No, no, it's smart. It's smart, okay? There's nothing wrong with being a pure blood. Be a pure blood. Four shots. Okay, it doesn't work. Let's come on. It doesn't work if it takes four shots and you still get sick. So what? You're gonna have six booster shots? You're gonna have seven booster shots? When are people gonna be like, hey, it doesn't work. Let's go back to normal. Herd immunity, natural immunity works. The science is there. They said Jerusalem put out a study. They did their research. Obviously, I didn't do the research, so I'm just repeating what they said. Natural immunity works better than anything else in a healthy lifestyle. Like if you take all the information that is coming from doctors who aren't being paid by the U.S. government, it's natural immunity, healthier lifestyle, and to short it up, lose 20 pounds. It's that simple. But like we're just making things difficult. But when anytime money is involved, things don't work right. You know, there's always corruption. You know, fourth booster shot. It's well, they had to pay for that medication. They want to use it. But they need to just cut the bullshit and stop lying to people and stop trying to scare people. You see what's going on in Australia. Pathetic, and it makes sense it's happening in Australia too, because like they're all a bunch of criminals anyway. But whatever. It is what it is. But it's the thing is, it's like the people in charge are ruining countries on purpose. Like the attack on the worldwide economy, it blows my mind. and the only things that are getting richer are big business, corporate stuff, and of course online stuff. It's on purpose. It's the biggest power grab ever, but it's like, when are people gonna stop? I don't know. I don't know. It's it's a weird state, because you have half the population knows what's going on, and they're like, I'm just living my life normal, and they're fine. And then like the other half is like, follow the science. I'm like, but you're not. You're not following the science. You're just making shit up. Why are the people in our government, like in Congress, why are they all wearing masks? All of them have the shot. So if you're following the science, that it just doesn't make sense. Now, granted, the shot doesn't work, but let's stop. Everyone needs to just start cutting out the crappy food. In enriched food gone, sugar gone, fast food gone, processed food gone. You know, like you don't need to eat white bread. Eat like wheat bread. Like, there's just so many choices you can make to be healthy. You know, like, if you have type 2 diabetes, you're a fucking idiot. Seriously. And then, like what Bill Gates said, like, Bill Gates is all about population control. There's video. I can't play it here. Look up Bill Gates and look up him talking about population control. Then look up this story about Bill Gates, going to poor countries and giving them medicine, and all the people that died from it. That's on purpose. So, it's you got people like Bill Gates who want population control. Um, it's being pushed to have, like, 4 booster shots. It sounds suspicious, like, any because Bill Gates is supportive of, you know, getting all the booster shots and all the crap, but he's the same guy who basically killed a bunch of people with, the same process for a different disease, though. You know, so I don't. And then, like, Bill Gates isn't a doctor, but people are taking his medical advice. The only thing people should be concerned about with Mr. Gates is all the times he met with Epstein, and then, like, his wife divorced him. It Just putting two and two together, I think Bill had too much fun with Epstein. That being said, we have to start listening to ourselves, or at least smarter people like me. Just because someone isn't in office or wearing a lab coat doesn't mean they don't know what they're talking about. But, no one watches this channel. I'm sure it's super suppressed, so it's like, it is what it is. But you gotta start thinking for yourself when it comes to your own health. Think for yourself. You know. Remember, your body has to process all the stuff that's put in it, so try to make it easier for your body. Your immune system's pretty cool if you actually, are healthy. Your immune system can do amazing things. But we're too busy eating fast food and sugars and enriched food and overeating, so our body is occupied with that bull crap, and, like, we're just hurting ourselves. But I mean, I've not that I say I've never had a bad diet, but at least I've been eating less, though, and I feel better because my body's not wasting energy processing food that it doesn't need to process. Like little things like that, and then, like, you you just think yet you would want some normalcy, but whatever. I just think there's too many people who are gaining from this situation. But the problem is, we're like, the bubble's gonna burst, and they're gonna have to open up everything because the economy is just crap. And it's like, when H1N1 came out, we didn't shut down the world. Why are we doing it with this? Because this time there's an agenda. So yeah. When people say when this person gets elected, I'm moving to Canada or I'm leaving the country. If if the same officials stay in office and you're in a place where it's all locked down and you vote for that person again, you should leave the country because I don't want you to be a part of the voting system. Because that's just a a basic common sense test right there. And if you can't pass that, then you're not gonna go very far in life. You know. Anyway, have a good one.